السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأصلي وأسلم على من أرسله الله رحمة وهداية ونورا للعالمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا دائما متصلا إلى يوم الدين. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of the worlds, and may Allah's peace and blessings be upon the last and the seal of all the prophets and messengers and the master of all mankind, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, upon his family, companions, and upon whoever follows his footsteps to the day of judgment. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to today's lesson on the Tafsir of Surah MARYAM Ayah. Inshallah, today we are going to highlight verses 47 and 48. The saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي إنه كان بي حفيا وأعتزلكم وما تدعون من دون الله وأدعو ربي عسى ألا أكون بدعاء ربي شقيا قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي إنه كان بي حفيا وأعتزلكم وما تدعون من دون الله وأدعو ربي عسى ألا أكون بدعاء ربي شقيا. So, yesterday we know what the father of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam said to him. He said to him, O Ibrahim, if you did not accept my religion, so don't speak to me in anything again concerning your Lord, and leave me for a long period of time. And leave me for a long period of time. And he threatened him that he would stone him, that he would stone Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. So, what was the answer of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam? This is his answer. قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي. قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي. Meaning that Ibrahim alayhi salam said to his father, peace be with you. Peace be with you. That's number one. Number two, so this is the first part. This is the reply of Ibrahim alayhi salam to his father. Number one, he said to him, peace be with you. Number two, سأستغفر لك ربي. I will ask my Lord to forgive you. So, the reply of Ibrahim alayhi salam contains two elements. Number one, saying salam to his father. Number two, giving him a promise that he would make istighfar for him. So concerning the first one, this is a prophetic guidance and a prophetic instruction from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One of the distinctive characteristics and feature, brother and sister, for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that he sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to meet bad deeds with bad deeds or with good ones. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if somebody harms him, if somebody hurts him sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to reply to that hurt or to that harm with the same, or he used to pardon and forgive. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to forgive. And this is one of the distinctive features of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even recorded in the Injil of Isa alayhi salam. This is one of the distinctive features of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't meet the bad deed or the evil deed with the same, but he sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to pardon and used to forgive people. If you know about the opening of Mecca, Fathu Mecca, when was Mecca opened? Mecca was opened in the 8th year after Hijrah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is Fathu Makkah, and the opening of Makkah, opening of Makkah. Allah says in the Quran, "Inna fatahna laka fathan mubina." Inna fatahna laka fathan mubina. And subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحِ. When the victory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes to you, and the opening of Makkah is realized and is occurred. So, when it was the opening of Makkah in the 8th year after Hijrah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam, do you know how he sallallahu alaihi wasallam acted with the disbelievers of Quraysh, who expelled him out from his country, who made a conspiracy to kill him or imprison him sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He gathered all of them and said to them, "O people of Mecca, what do you think I'm going to do with you? What do you think I'm going to do with you?" They say, "Good. Everything good. You are a good brother and son of a good brother." He sallallahu alaihi wasallam forgives them all and said, "Go, you are free. Go, you are free." Even though they expelled him out from his house, even though they used to hurt him severely, even though they made him sallallahu alaihi wasallam experience so many difficulties in Mecca, even though they engaged in so many wars and battles against him sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yet he sallallahu alaihi wasallam forgave them. Yet he sallallahu alaihi wasallam forgave them. That is why we as Muslims have to follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and as Muslims we have what's called kadhmul ghayz, restraining of anger. What's meant by restraining of anger? If someone wrongs you, if someone abuses you, you should be patient. You should be patient. No, yes, you have the ability to hurt him. You have the ability to take your right back from him. But it would be very good, you would be a muttaqi, you would be a righteous person if you restrain your anger. This is in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Imran, وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ عَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضُ أُعِدَّتْ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. So restraining of one's anger is one of the features, of one of the characteristics of the pious people, the righteous people. So Muslims don't reply to the harm with the same harm, but he usually forgives. He usually forgives. He usually pardons. He usually pardons. This is one of the distinctive features of the righteous people and pious people. So this is for the second reply of Ibrahim alayhi salam. As for the second one, I will ask my Lord to forgive you. Ibrahim said to his father, I will ask my Lord to forgive you. I'll ask my Lord to forgive you. Here is the question. We as Muslims, do you think that we are allowed to make istighfar for non-believers, even if they are our fathers and mothers?
No.
Once again, yeah. We are not allowed to do that. In case fathers, mothers, any relatives, anyone died on his shirk, you are not allowed to make istighfar for him. You are not allowed to make istighfar for him. This is in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Surah At-Tawbah, ما كان للنبي والذين آمنوا أن يستغفروا للمشركين ولو كانوا أولي قربى من بعد ما تبين لهم أنهم أصحاب الجحيم. Meaning that it is not allowed for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the believing persons with him to make istighfar for the mushrikeen, for the polytheists, even though they might be of their relatives, after it had been shown clear to them that they are the dwellers of the hellfire. So as Muslims, we are not allowed to do so. But if your parent, if any of your relative is still a mushrik and he is alive, you are allowed to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him to Islam. You are allowed to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him to Islam. And this is in the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to support Islam with either Umar ibn Khattab or Amr ibn Hisham. The Prophet ﷺ made that dua. He said, Allahumma a'izza al-Islam bi ahabb al-umarayn ilayk. إما عمر بن الخطاب أو عمرو بن هشام. The Prophet ﷺ made that supplication. Umar ibn Khattab at the time was still a disbeliever. Umar ibn Khattab. And Amr ibn Hisham, Abu Jahl, was a disbeliever. So the Prophet ﷺ made that dua. So if any of your relatives, any of your friends is still a disbeliever, but he is alive, you are allowed to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him to Islam. But if he is dead, you are not allowed to make istighfar for him. You are not allowed to make istighfar for him. This is a divine instruction for all of us. قَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ فِي إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَالَّذِينَ مَعَهُ إِذْ قَالُوا لِقَوْمِهِمْ إِنَّا بُرَآءُ مِنْكُمْ وَمِمَّا تَعْبُدُونَ مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ كَفَرْنَا بِكُمْ. Prophet Ibrahim and the believing people with them said to the disbelievers, we have no relation with you all. We cannot make istighfar for you. We cannot make istighfar for you. And as I told you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam not to make istighfar for the disbelievers. So this is for the second point. So قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي إنه كان بي حفيا. The meaning of the word حفيا means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah is gracious to him, to Ibrahim alayhi salam. Allah is gracious to Ibrahim alayhi salam. Brothers and sisters, in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that He is the all-merciful, that He is the giver of mercy, that He is the all-compassionate, that He is the all-supplier of our provision. So many names, beautiful names for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in the Quran, Allah orders you, when you are going to make dua, you should make use of those most beautiful names which are Asma' Husna. Asma' Husna. Allah says in the Quran, وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. Meaning that when you are going to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you say, Oh Allah, you are Ar-Rahman, so please irhamni. Oh Allah, you are the all-merciful, so please have mercy on me. Oh Allah, you are Ar-Razzaq, the provider, all provider of provision for your slaves, for your people, so provide me. Oh Allah, you are so and so, so please do me so and so and so. Prophet Ibrahim said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gracious to him. Allah is gracious to him. And why do you think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was gracious to Ibrahim alayhi salam? Why do you think? Why Prophet Ibrahim said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gracious to him? Why?
Because he guided him?
Yeah, he guided him. Because he guided him to Islam. Here, brother and sister, a question, which is that? What is the greatest blessing for us all as Muslims?
Guidance. Guidance from Allah.
Yeah, we can say it in other words.
Our messenger is the great.
Yeah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but we can still say it in other words. What is the greatest blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us?
To be a Muslim.
That's it, Islam. Islam is the best blessing, is the greatest blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us. So Ibrahim alayhi salam said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was gracious to him because He subhanahu wa ta'ala, He the Almighty, guided him to Islam. He guided him to Islam. Then Ibrahim alayhi salam said to his father, I leave you. وَأَعْتَزِلُكُمْ. The word أَعْتَزِلُكُمْ means that I leave you. And I leave the idols you are worshipping other than besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَأَدْعُوا رَبِّي عَسَىٰ أَلَّا أَكُونَ بِدُعَاءِ رَبِّي شَقِيًّا. Here Ibrahim alayhi salam, brothers and sisters, is highlighting the fact that dua, making supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is of cardinal importance for us as Muslims. If you still remember the very beginning of Surah Maryam, the same word, عَسَىٰ أَلَّا أَكُونَ بِدُعَاءِ رَبِّي شَقِيًّا. Zakaria alayhi salam says, كافها يا عين صاد ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك ربي شقيا. So dua, supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have the impact of miracles. I say it once again. Dua, making supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has the impact of miracles. If you are in a distress, if you are experiencing hard times or bad circumstances, bad conditions, just make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept it from you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept it from you. And you brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in Surah al-Baqarah, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. Meaning that you need no medium between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you making dua. Just raise your hands to Him like that and say, Oh Allah, with full confidence that He subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept you, that with full confidence that He subhanahu wa ta'ala sees you and watches you, and He subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer your call. And subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer your call. And before that, we said that if any one of us make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make one of three things with His dua. Allah will make one of three things with His dua. Sinali, what are they?
Accept. He will respond to it.
Yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept His dua. That's number one.
He will keep it for you for the year after.
Or keep it for Him. Yeah. And the year after, what is the third one? Anybody knows?
The dua may change.
Yeah, it may prevent you from harm.
Yeah, prevent harm from afflicting you. Or prevent harm from afflicting you. So brothers and sisters, let's keep in dua. Let's keep in dua. Because dua is some kind of dhikr. Dua shows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you are always in need for Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. That the slave, we are the slaves, are all the times need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because we all poor to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is all rich. Ya ayyuhan nasu antum al-fuqara'u ila Allah wallahu huwal ghaniyyul hamid. So the lesson deduced from today's Fatira or Dars is that Muslim, one of the distinctive features of Muslim is that he does not reply. He does not reply the evil with evil, but he pardons and forgives other. Number two, Muslim, one of the characteristics and the qualities of muttaqeen is that they restrain their anger. If someone wrongs them, they should be patient to that. And after that, we are not allowed to make istighfar for the polytheists who died, but we can make dua to them so that while they are alive, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide them to Islam. And the last one, which is that we should make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect us all and keep us safe and keep us healthy and give us all what we want. Any questions? Yeah.
So we are in a community where most of the people are Christian, like in America. So we have a lot of friends that they are Christian, American friends.
Yeah.
So let's say if someone passed, are we allowed to go to the funeral or not?
To go to his funeral?
Yes.
The Prophet ﷺ, it is reported that Sallallahu is not reported to do that at all. He is not reported to do that at all. He ﷺ, one day a funeral passed by him. He stood up like that. He stood up very suddenly. The companion said to him, O Messenger of God, it is the funeral of a Jew. It is a funeral of a Jew. He ﷺ said, okay, but it is death. And this is some sort of that is a thing that makes people get frightened. Death is something that makes people get frightened. So Sallallahu stood up. But it is not reported that he Sallallahu did the same. It is not reported that he Sallallahu did the same or followed the funeral of non-Muslim. Okay? Yes. Other questions? شكرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.